Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. We all make mistakes, but you're going to want to avoid these mistakes when relocating to or moving to Denver, Colorado. Let's talk about it. Hi guys, I'm Nate.
And I'm Beth.
And Beth and I own a media and technology company, and we're licensed real estate agents right here in the Denver, Colorado metropolitan area and in the Denver suburbs. And today we're talking about the do's and the don'ts of moving to Denver, Colorado, and of course the suburbs. So let's get right down to it. Avoiding mistakes. The first mistake is...
Don't go looking for homes until you know what area you would like to live in.
Gosh, yes. So many people say, oh my gosh, this is the home I want. Then they move in and they realize, this isn't close to anything I like. No. Beautiful home, terrible area. So make sure that you know what you like and what suits you.
You sit down, you make that list of, kind of pros and cons of the areas that you think you may want to be in, and then also what you're looking for in that home.
That's right. And most of us in this industry will kind of ask questions. What do you like? What do you like to do? Where are you going to be working? Are you going to be driving a lot?
Right.
If so, you're going to want to make sure that you're next to the right highways, right?
Right.
So that's...
So we're going to find that area and then find that home.
That's right. So that's number one. Number two, don't use old or bad data to search for schools and districts for your kids.
Right.
Now, we can't steer, so we have to be really careful about that. So we can't really recommend a school or anything like that. However, we can tell you what the best way to search for.
A couple good sites to use. We can give you... You have to be careful though, because sometimes it can be outdated and be like 2 years, 3 years old, when schools hopefully are always working on changing any sort of negative that might come up. So yes, Nate and I have a couple of really nice sites that you guys can check out.
But check them out on your own. Use good resources. Beware. Yeah. I mean, we just went through this, we still are to an extent. Most Americans think there's some weird thing happening with media and they're
trying to control our brain.
No, I don't necessarily believe that, but there is a lot of bad data out there. Use good resources. Know the difference between opinion and fact. And some of that data can be skewed because they may be including income levels for a particular area.
Right.
So be very careful on what you're actually reading when you're looking and searching for schools and school districts. That brings us to number 3.
Denver is huge. When you're planning a visit here, kind of do your research on the areas that you think might fit for you and your family, and then let us know so that we have a game plan going into it, because we can take you around to all these areas and kind of show you the ins and outs of them, all the different home choices, all of that.
Denver is humongous. Yeah. There is no way that you're going to be able to visit all of the places that you think you're going to like. Most of them you probably won't like. There will be some negatives on just about anywhere. It's just like anywhere else in North America. One of the other things that you might want to do is open houses, maybe visit some new construction areas.
Right.
But
avoid going without your agent. They can really reel you in really quickly, and you want to avoid that nightmare.
You can get pressured. Don't avoid all of that those pressure tactics, especially from new construction. They have extremely good salespeople. I've worked around these people for a very long time, and gosh, so far I think I've almost bought 50 homes. Probably just this year, but yeah, just make sure you're going with an agent. They know that you're represented, and they're not going to use any of those pushy, weird pressure sales tactics.
Yeah.
So just avoid that at all costs. Now, number 4 is a big one.
and it seems to has been growing in popularity in the last few years, and that is using an online lender. You want to make sure that you're going with a local lender who is available in the evenings, who's available on the weekends. A lot of our clients go and find homes on weekends, and if you're not able to get a hold of the lender, that can be a big problem.
That's right. It can kill a deal. You can find the perfect home for you, and you can't get a hold of your lender. There's no way of really making sure that you can do that deal. You can't verify anything for the seller, and next thing you know, they have another offer that might not be as good as yours, but you didn't get the home simply because we couldn't get in touch with your lender and verify details. Now, the big lenders also, so it's not just online lenders, it could be your big, giant corporate lenders. They can be really hard to get a hold of also.
Right.
So the other thing too, rates. Oh my gosh, the elephant in the room.
If their rate is low and super appealing, there's probably something behind it. You usually are going to pay for it with closing costs or something in the end. They work it in super sneaky,
it's the
fine print.
So if it seems too good to be true, like
Probably
everything else, yes, it probably is.
Yeah.
So really just, lending is a big deal. We work with some of the best in the industry. We've been talking to a lot of them here lately, and the guys that we're working with, they really know their stuff. They're available at all times. They're very successful, but they still do business as if they're really hungry. And those are the guys that we really want to deal with because we know they're going to be on top of it. If there's a problem, we're not going to get down to the title company for closing and oops, hey, something messed up with your earnest, or something happened with something on your credit.
Right.
Who knows?
Credit, contract, something. Who knows?
Yeah. So number 4, avoid online lenders and make sure you have a great lender. Let us know. We can hook you up with these folks and make sure that everything goes as smooth as possible. Speaking of smooth as possible, that brings us to number 5. And number 5, if you are relocating and you are selling a home in a different state or in an area that's far away from where we're at, and you're having to use another real estate agent, avoid using just any real estate agent, especially when selling one house and relocating. We have to make sure that we have really great communication. This is something that Beth and I, being married for so long, it was a challenge early on in our marriage. But communication, we found out is
key.
It is to absolutely everything. And when we're dealing with, your legacy, your greatest asset, all of this money.
You really want that open line of communication. And Nathan and I pride ourselves on always being available. We will get back with you or answer the phone right then as soon as possible.
And for your real estate agent that we're working with, maybe out of state or further away from the Denver metro area, we want to make sure that who we're dealing with has those same exact kind of beliefs on how to communicate, making sure that everybody is on board so that we don't kill a deal and ruin your hopes, your dreams for this big move and this beautiful home. And next thing you know, you just have to take whatever you can get because a deal fell through and you have nowhere to live. So communication is huge, especially state to state.
Yes.
Big deal. Now, one of the things that Beth and I have going for us at EXP is we have agents in every
state.
Single state.
So if you are looking to move or relocate from one state to Colorado, let us know because we can hook you up with an EXP agent in the state or city that you are currently located in.
And these people use the same processes that we do. We all kind of have the same philosophy on communication, and we can really help make that transition smooth. There's nothing worse than not knowing what the other hand is doing. It can just ruin you. So, guys, these are the 5 big do's and don'ts. So just to go over them really quick to recap. Don't go find a home, then learn about the area, number 1.
Right.
2, Don't use old or bad data to search for schools and districts. Make sure that you have that filter on to where you can actually filter through opinion versus fact and bad data. And then, of course, number 3.
3, Denver is huge. Come and visit with a game plan.
That's right. Call us. We can help you with that game plan. 4, avoid those online lenders, big lenders. Make sure that there's constant communication, which is similar to 5, but that's real estate agents.
Right. Avoid using just anyone.
Yeah.
Let us help you out if we can.
That's it. So guys, I'm Nate.
And I'm Beth.
We really hope that this landed on good ears, that we're attentive, that really need our help. We hope this helped you in any way. If you have any questions on moving to or relocating to the Denver metro area, especially the suburbs where we live, love,
work,
like,
and play.
Let us know. There's not a nook and cranny that Beth and I haven't been in. We've been in thousands upon thousands of homes across the Denver metro area, especially with our advertisement and tech company and media and tech company. And we know everything there is to know about the Denver suburbs. Give us a call. Let us help you.
Right.
Call that little number right here.
Down below.
Yeah.
And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget about pushing that or clicking on that little bell so that you are sent a notice every time that we put out a new video.
Yep. So with that, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.